Let's talk about gratitude. I think it's an important time of year to bring up the discussion around gratitude, especially if you are living in the US and you're celebrating Thanksgiving this week. No matter where you are in the world, of course, gratitude matters. I live in Canada and I learned a long time ago how important gratitude was to my life. I'd like to share that story with you and also share my gratitude practice. And for those of you who don't know me, I'm Jen Tracy. I'm the founder of Women Thriving with MS, and I've been living with MS for 12 years now. And back before I was diagnosed with MS, I met a woman named Kath who lives with an autoimmune disease. And she'd been living with that disease for over 10 years. It almost killed her in the beginning. And I was so grateful to be able to have conversations with her. We'd actually met at a running group and we were training for a 10-kilometer run. The problem for me was after being diagnosed with MS is I could not do that run anymore. I tried, I was tenacious about it, but it just was too hard. And Kath had back issues, so we decided we would just create a schedule to walk together around this man-made lake that was near where she lived and talk about life. And that was a very special time for me. I'm so grateful for that and her guidance of going through something difficult. And one day I was talking to her about how unhappy I was, and she recommended something to me that was life-changing. It took a while, and that was starting a gratitude practice. And having a gratitude practice, she said, had really changed her life and her outlook. She recommended that I take a journal, that I write in it every night, and create an ongoing practice. And that's what I did. I found a book. I wrote the word gratitude at the top. I dated the page, and then I struggled. I struggled to find an idea of what I was grateful for. And I started with the small things in my life, my dog, the sunshine, being able to have a nap. And it was like that for weeks at a time. And then slowly I was able to notice that I felt grateful for other things at the end of the day. Grateful for a call from a friend, a hug, a moment in time where I felt normal for a moment. These things were precious. And then at a certain point over time, I became more consciously aware of things I was grateful for. So it wasn't just about writing in a journal anymore. It was like I could imagine, I could see in front of me things that I was grateful for at that moment. And this was the beauty of this practice. This practice helped get me out of dark times. It wasn't the only thing I was doing, but it was such a powerful tool. So as we come round circling back to Thanksgiving, I understand on holidays often we feel gratitude to connect with others, gratitude for an abundance of food, gratitude for just the spirit and energy of that time. And what I want to remind you of is that we can feel this gratitude every day. We can put attention towards it. We can refiber the MS brain that we have and train ourselves to be open and looking for gratitude many times a day. And the feeling behind this can feel so amazing, even in hard times. In fact, in hard times, it's even more powerful. So I invite you to start your own gratitude practice and see how that goes for you. And if you're already doing something like that, whether it's on an app or a journal or just reflecting at bedtime or when you wake up in the morning, I'm celebrating you. And I want to say I'm grateful for all of you that have become a part of the Women Thriving with MS community. I appreciate you, and I hope that wherever you are on the planet, that you have a fantastic day.